Rudy Giuliani was surprisingly back in the news this week because, and this was breaking news, he won, I think, 2 Razzies actually for his appearance in the Borat subsequent movie film. There's other news too, but that's the important part. It was a great role. He'll be remembered for the rest of time. Wow. I actually envy him that he got to be in that scene with the woman who's basically the star of that movie. She was so talented, but yeah, no, he's just the worst. Oh, and then also he got raided. So we're gonna give details, but I don't know. What did you think at the time? Were you expecting any developments in the whole Rudy Giuliani thing that they would actually?
I was kind of surprised. I honestly didn't think it was gonna go anywhere, and the fact that he actually has been raided. I mean, you know that it took a lot to get to that point, and they're taking everything. They may find something that we don't even know about yet, or at least we don't know about. Maybe they know about it. So I was shocked. I'm sure Giuliani's shocked. I'm sure Trump is a little nervous. Of course, he's going to distance himself. But the truth is going to come out eventually. We're going to see it. I was surprised, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out of it.
Yeah, I'm always curious, but I don't have high expectations for the investigations into Rudy Giuliani or into Donald Trump, just because they're cloaked in so much power and wealth and influence. Rudy Giuliani obviously much less so, but they're protected from so much that I don't really expect much. And the part of it with Rudy Giuliani is, like as you say, maybe they'll find something we don't even know about. That's entirely true. But ostensibly, this is about Ukraine and his weird lobbying over there and the promises he might have made and his involvement with Lev Parnas and all that stuff. The issue is what he did and what Trump did was awful. Totally justified for him to be impeached over that. But I just feel like the country has moved on so much. I mean, Trump ran for re-election and almost won after that. He's been impeached again since then. Right. He killed over 500,000 people. Like, I just feel like as important as it was and should be, it seems now low stakes in comparison to so much that happened since. That's sort of my fear.
I agree with you. Were you surprised that they even raided him?
Yeah, I didn't expect him to really be on their radar. I assumed that he was so bad at hiding what he was doing that I thought we'd already gotten everything out of him back during the initial story, back in the lead up to the first impeachment.
We probably already have. I mean, we know, and we have a suspicion that he's guilty of these things with good reason. So, they're gonna find evidence, but like you said, I totally agree. When you have that much power and money behind you, you get to hide a lot of things. And it's really not gonna have any sort of, even if they find him guilty and it's not gonna do anything to anybody else. He's gonna be a little alone on an island, and he did it by himself just because he wanted to. It had no effect on anybody. It's going to be distance from Trump. It's going to be distance from the Republican Party. It's going to be distance from all of that. So yeah, and somehow they'll blame Hunter Biden again. I don't know how.
Well, get involved. Guarantee right now, go to Fox News. They're talking about Hunter Biden, definitely. But anyway, there's just one section of this I want to read. So his lawyer, Rudy Giuliani's lawyer, Robert Costello, says that the raids are legal thuggery. And he says that Rudy has cooperated with prosecutors and offered to answer questions not involving his privileged communications with Trump. Of course, knowing that that's what people want to know about. He was communicating with Ukraine and then passing information back with Trump and vice versa to have a scheme to effectively try to sink Joe Biden's presidential campaign. That's what the whole thing was about. So saying you'll answer questions, but not about Trump, that's really not cooperation at that point. Yeah. And that's really where it maybe potentially matters. Although again, Trump was impeached over it. I don't think he's gonna go to jail over the Ukraine thing. But anyway, Trump was asked about this, Viviana. So here is what he had to say about the raid of his former, maybe current lawyer.
In Manhattan yesterday, what do you want to say about this? Your reaction to this DOJ executing a search warrant of Rudy Giuliani's apartment?
Well, it is incredible because you bring up John Kerry and the horrible thing that he did and was doing for a period of time. And then you take the greatest mayor in the history of New York, you take a great patriot. You know, Rudy Giuliani is a great patriot. He does these things, he just loves this country. And they raid his apartment. It's like so unfair and such a it's like a double standard like I don't think anybody's ever seen before. It's very, very unfair. Rudy is a patriot who loves this country.
Literally everything we've never seen before. Everything we've never
we
seen
have
before.
Definitely seen a bigger double standard than that.
Sure.
For sure, with you directly, Mr. Trump.
Viviana, a legal advice to you: if you're ever going to commit any crimes, please be a patriot first, because if you're a patriot, you're not allowed to be investigated for anything. It would be
I don't even know what that means anymore. What does it mean to be a patriot? Because does that mean you want to kill Mike Pence? Does that mean you want to burn down the Capitol building? What does it mean?
It seems to be tied in with certain forms of patriotism, that's for sure. Yeah, it's so unfair. It's not. It's a raid. Like they got a search warrant for it. Like a judge.
I do wonder how it's going to work, because there's attorney-client privilege, so that's protected. So if they come across stuff that shows some other issues can they even prosecute on it because of attorney-client privilege? Because the search warrant is specifically for this Ukraine stuff.
I will have to defer to our legal experts. We will bring in either Rashad Ritchie, Charles Coleman Jr., or Adrian Lawrence. I don't know, honestly. I imagine that there are limits to attorney-client privilege when crimes have been committed, I would assume. But in any event, it's so unfair. And the thing is, like, yet another of Trump's people is involved in shady stuff, or is at least being investigated for it. This is a pattern that has been fairly clear for some time. But I want to show you, it's always fun when one of these right wingers gets like this close to learning and understanding something, but doesn't quite reach it. So here is a guy whose whole life is that. Jesse Waters.
Dude, they just raided the guy's house. You're not disturbed by the pattern that 2 Trump lawyers have their homes raided? The campaign manager has his home raided, another confidant has his home raided. You're not disturbed by that pattern? The fact that Democrat prosecutors are waging political warfare for the benefit of the Democratic Party just to purge Trump because he challenged the system? I mean, that should scare everybody.
Again, it's a weird motivation he's putting on them, but I can only speak for myself. Yes, I'm disturbed by the pattern that we see. I'm really disturbed by the fact that he surrounded himself by a bunch of criminals. Are you not disturbed by that part of it? That you should be disturbed by that part of it.
I'm fully disturbed, and the fact that they continue to ignore these major red flags. It's like being in a bad relationship and like it's like dating Bill Cosby. It's like how many red flags do you need? Like, maybe you should stay away from this guy.
Yeah.
And that show on Fox, they always put one guy in there to be like, okay, you say the opposition, and then we'll all jump on you, and then we really won't.
Yeah, and
won't resolve it, but just jump on you.
There's yet another woman saying that he cheated with her. 5 women. Are you not disturbed by the pattern we're seeing?
I'm disturbed by all the lying, John. It's a witch hunt. That's what they're gonna say.
All of it. It's unfair. It's not a legal thing. It's not a legal thing. It's not about whether crimes have been committed. It's about whether it's fair from our point of view. He's a patriot, so he gets to break the law if he wants to. And if you investigate him after doing that, that's unfair to me. The world's about fairness. Yeah. Donald Trump became president. The world ain't fair.
No, there's a lot we don't know about this, because the fact that they got the search warrant to me is huge. Because I really didn't think it was going to happen, and I didn't think there was going to be any consequences. I still kind of don't, so I'm on the same page as you. I don't think there'll be any consequences for Trump about the insurrection or possibly his tax issues in New York or whatever that issue was. But who knows? I mean, I've been surprised and I've been wrong. So I'm gonna keep an open mind about this. But it's good to see it happening. Maybe it's just for show, but.
Yeah. I'll cover it when the story pops up, but I'm not gonna invest myself deeply in it.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.